and there was one picture of Austin, right? And I
Yeah.
looked at him, and he reminds me of those dolls where you grab them and you grab them by the neck and you shake them, and they go like
Voodoo doll?
no, it's this
No.
stupid doll that you grab it by the neck when you're pissed off, and you just shake it, and it makes this noise like somebody being strangled.
What kind
You
of toys
know?
did you buy your kids?
What's wrong with you people? Just stop! Please! Please, just go away!
You have your own party.
Every word out his mouth is melodramatic nonsense.
So it doesn't matter. We're going to tell the people anyway.
Definition of sex offense, not on the list.
And here we are in the Gulag, and it's
What the fuck? Welcome to the Gulag. We are the theater kids Jeremy Coffin warned you about. I'm joined with Ashley, Dana, and Tamara. And today, we're going to recap the convention in Grand Rapids.
I would like to say that Andrew Chatterton represented Michigan so beautifully with his constant standing at the microphone and protecting that microphone like the true Mises God that he is.
Tamara, Ashley, this was your very first convention, I believe.
It was definitely interesting. Yeah, it was fun to go and be a part of the shenanigans and all the inside jokes, and yeah, it was just as cool as everybody made it sound like it was.
What about you,
Well,
Tamara?
yeah. I mean, I had fun, but oh God, that was like a little bit long. Um, and I think people were getting mad at people, especially on the floor, because of how long it took, and the way they were running the whole meeting, you know. And then you got Austin and Chatterton hanging up on the mics.
Well, that was Chatterton's whole plan.
Yeah.
It's what he does even during our state meetings. It's run the clock out, don't let anything get done, because you could see it at the very end at adjournment when he turned around. If you look at the very last moment of the convention, and he had this smirk from hell on his face, like, "Yep, we ran out the clock." It's like the classic Mises: guard the microphone, try not to let people get up there, make stupid points of order, and run it out, because they didn't want those two platform planks was the biggest thing, and they didn't want that seasoning requirement, but neither did I. That's the first version of that seasoning requirement wasn't good. Not like even for Michigan, because we've lost so many members that have dipped out since like 2023 when all the crap started hard. 2022, 23.
Yeah.
They don't have their national memberships, and so they wouldn't qualify. And we would have like, I don't have a national membership.
Me neither.
So I wouldn't even be qualified should I choose to go, because it was 2 years, and our convention is going to be in 18 months. So, you know.
It was definitely a learning experience. And I gotta tell you, it was fun meeting people who really want to help me out. So I was able to make some connections when I get back and I get that website up and running. Gonna, reach out. And I think even though at times I embarrassed myself, I made South Dakota known.
Hell yeah, you did. What state do you think, since you guys are new, what state was like the most welcoming to you the entire week? What other state?
I had a great time hanging out with the North Dakota peeps sitting behind us. The
Yep.
Dakota twins were in session. That was
I would
super
also
cool.
say North Dakota was awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I ran into some Virginia folks on the plane on the way there. That was pretty cool to like spot their buttons and their shirts and be like, "Hey, see you later this week."
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say North Dakota too.
What
I
about
had
you,
a lot of
Dana?
fun with them.
Dana's been quiet. I'm wondering if she don't like any other state right now.
She doesn't like her state half the time.
No, our state was actually kind of interesting. It was kind of cool. Well, like, because we're such a large state, like we kind of take up a lot of space, and so I mean, I knew people behind me, and I knew people in other places, so it wasn't really like I was looking for a welcoming state. Just like the folks that I know, like Kelly was just right behind me with Keith Thompson and them. They were all back there. So I guess Texas must have been behind us, or Louisiana. I don't know. Louisiana, that's where he's from. Like Michigan, we ended up getting along kind of interestingly well for the most part. Like tension, but like we voted together on some things. It was amazing.
I get adequate food and adequate clothing and medical care when I require it. Well, I don't know what is happening, but whatever the position of my government is, I support it fully.
I wonder if I could get some of that LSD dude was getting.
You're supposed to not want the LSD.
If I gotta be in the gulag, I might as well have something fun to do in there. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
I love how we have this nice picture of Star Wars here for so long. It's my favorite.
I'm trying to change my camera, but I'm like stuck on this. Here, let me see if I move this back. Oh my gosh.
He tried to make friends with me a few times because he's like, well, it's like now that we both hate Mises and we're both on the same side, we're supposed to be friends. I'm like, no, I still don't like you.
You know what? I made friends with all kinds of people I am not quite fond of just for the 4 days. I think it was a good idea and a good plan because New Hampshire's disaffiliated. It happened.
Yep, it happened.
They did it. They fucking did it.
Yay.
How'd you like that appeal so far? I loved it.
Oh, we lost them.
We lost Nick and Devin.
There's Chase.
I didn't realize that was him right away. Like,
because he normally wears a suit.
Well, normally he was wearing a suit, and then I'd only seen pictures of him clean shaven. I'd never seen him with a beard before.
Yeah,
so he had a beard, and the first couple times he walked over to the table and talked to us, I was like, "Who's this guy?"
Oh, look, it's their regional thing, the fight, and there's my favorite human.
This picture is a Renaissance painting. I love every bit of it.
Yeah,
look at Charles. Cool. Charles is giving Austin the side eye. Andrew Duke's behind him looking like, holy what is this dude talking about?
You're like,
and there's you.
Yeah. At that point, I was like, I am so done with this dude. But I like the side eye Charles is giving him.
I remember telling him, I hear a lot of things. I see things, and I go, you really annoy people.
Dude, the one night, my old man was like, because he just kept dogging on me and dogging on my state. And I was just like, you're supposed to be my representative. So Walker goes, call him. As one of your representatives, call him. And I did. And he was up one side of me, down the other. He cussed me out. He screamed and yelled. I mean, he was like even crazier on the telephone. If I had taped it, it was just amazing. I was like, whoa. We're frauds, we're saboteurs, we're criminals. It's like, no, dude, we didn't do shit. You're just listening to Chatterton and making up decisions, and you're supposed to be my representative.
You know what? That's why everybody says the Libertarian Party is f***ed up.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not the first time that a faction's come in and taken over. It's like we had the Koch brothers situation. We had, and that was like what, the 90s. I mean, we're definitely not takeover proof. And then things will get good for a minute. Like we were riding the renaissance of Gary Johnson, and things were like really hopping there for a minute, and then we lost that too down with Mises.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Gary Johnson was my very first time voting for president.
Oh, wow. Right on.
Yeah. I registered as a libertarian because of him, and I voted for him. And then And a friend here locally that I found out was a libertarian was running for office, and so I started helping him with his campaigns. And he's the one that nominated me for secretary of the state party and got me to be involved with that. Trapped me for several
Awesome.
years.
Yeah.
What? You want to tell him? Can you hear him?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hear what he's saying too. He's like, Devin's damn computer.
Yeah.
Devin is the tech dude, and he's having all the tech glitches tonight.
Yeah.
And your cat's telling him all about it.
Mm-hmm. He's also complaining about AI taking over and why RAM is so expensive.
AI. I hate AI.
RAM.
I hate
Oh.
AI.
My boy is a gamer. I have to hear about it all the time. AI, blah, blah, blah. I got to wait for this and graphics cards and all the things. And I'm like, I hear you, babe. I like AI I dislike AI for other reasons. So, but your reason's just as valid. We are now 26 minutes in and we haven't even got past credentialing. Oh, my
bad. All right, so we're back. It's day one at the convention. We get to our tables, and we're like, what's on the agenda for day one? It's bylaws. And there's like a huge packet on our table of the membership bylaw report. What did everybody think about the membership bylaw report?
I was confused. At first, I thought it was just a printout of the bylaws that somebody graciously printed for everybody to be able to follow along. And then when I started to read it, I was like, wait, are they trying to like sweepingly make all these changes at once? Like, and then if so, like, who has the time to read this all the way through and like actually know and understand what we're changing before we vote on this?
Did you guys get your?
That thing was.
Yeah.
Did you get an email?
Huh?
Did you get your membership bylaw report email?
I didn't. No.
No, you did not. I did. Did anybody else get an email?
I didn't look. I'm on vacation.
I was confused how or why I got an email, but because apparently I didn't. They don't have my email.
Mike's too.
But now they do all of a sudden, so I don't know how that happened. They have my email when they want me to send me their junk mail, but not when they need to add me to accounts that I should be on.
Well, you know, there's the data breach and whatnot. By the
we'll
data
save
breach.
that. We'll save that for a different episode. Okay, so here we go. Here's some more photos. Day one. I also thought, like Ashley said, is like you're literally gonna try to jam this bylaw packet, like every single bylaw that we have had for 50 years today.
Somebody
like
showed
in
it to
one
me.
go. Not one go. They said they were going to do every bylaw one at a time, too, which would have taken like a whole day at least.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, at least.
It was a lot. It was a lot, and it just is telling that very inexperienced people who had never been to a convention and people who are enabling them were involved in the membership bylaw project.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, that got cheered when it was voted down. Like, it was cheered. That only happens when it's extremely unpopular.
Yeah.
Well, my biggest thing that I was hearing over by our table was, you know, we bitch about Congress getting something like this and then expecting to pass it.
Right.
Yeah.
And here you are trying to do the same thing. And like you said, they're all newbies.
Yeah.
None of them did the thing ever. And they thought, oh, we're just going to do this and the members are going to love it and we're going to do it. No, we're not. We're libertarians. We like to read.
Yeah, that's very hard to pass a bylaw. Even the bylaw committee, they had like what, 20?
Yeah.
22, I thought. Yeah.
And from what I recall, only one passed. That's what I from my recollection.
And we only made it through like 12 of them. So half of them we even heard as a body. And we passed like one.
The one that did pass is a really good one, though. Electronic balloting. I think that is going to save so much time, and the results for everybody that do the electronic balloting will be instant.
Yeah.
There is a provision in there where if you don't want to do electronic balloting, you still can do the manual balloting. So we'd have to wait for the states that want to slow things up. And there probably will be states deliberately slowing things up. Not even states, caucuses mostly.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be like, hey, we got to kill time because we don't want this, so let's do manual counting on our stuff. But even then, it'll save so much time.
Yeah.
That's a good picture.
Yeah, these first pictures are all the pictures are already posted on X. So these are mostly the first couple days, and then it'll go back to hopefully the beginning. And they kind of, oh, this one picture's my favorite. Let me pause that one. Oh my gosh, I went past it already.
Oh, can you go backwards?
Yeah, I think I have to. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know if anybody can see that, but somebody was passing out flyers saying Amanda Griffiths wants to destroy the Nat pledge, and all these people all started reading it around me, and I was just like, oh my god, this is an epic shot right here.
I got one of those on my spot at one point. Yeah.
That's
it's
so
not a lie.
bold. That's bold. I have to give it to her.
So
it's not a lie. She does want to get rid of the nap.
She joined the party very recently, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe. And she's already trying to change every single bylaw on the national level and modify the NAT pledge.
Mm-hmm.
People do not want you to touch their NAT pledge, even though I think it could be a little bit more, I don't know, worded better.
Because that's one of the original things.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's one of the original artifacts from the beginning, and it's like people don't want you to. People already have their Statue of David. They don't want you to like chip away at it anymore and make it different. They don't trust you. They might maybe someday, but at the moment, it's required a level of threshold of trust that is so high. Like it'd be beyond like Ovens O'Brien or like Red Path, like just like over 60% approval. It'd have to be like, I think it has to be 80% approval, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that and the statement of principles both are very high.
Yeah.
So.
And with her, like, she got 6 votes in Michigan. There were 6 people that didn't vote for Charles in Michigan.
Damn, 6 people didn't vote for their own guy from their own state. Honestly, I think I would be like such I don't know what you call it. What's the best word? I don't want to say statist.
Well, it's
but like
late voting. We got it.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that we all bitched about Mises for doing, the hard line, got to vote for the slate. That's what that was. But then 2 of those people defected when it came to Karen Ann Harlos because only 4 of them voted for Karen Ann.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say if someone from South Dakota actually ran for the LNC and they didn't align with me entirely, I'd probably still vote for them. Just because someone from South Dakota would be on the LNC, we'd actually have some sway, some pull. Yeah. Like, look at Wisconsin. They got, like, all these candidates going up for, like, it's like, holy cow. 3 people?
Yeah.
I know
Sorry, I'm not flipping you off. I'm trying to flip Chatterton off, but I'm having a hard time. There we go.
Oh, here's the push. Here's the push. This is the photo. I didn't catch the nudge, but I saw it. And I got up. Yeah, I got up, and I was like, this is going to happen any minute. So I got up. I started taking photos. Sarwick right now is asking the chair to call Chatterton in order because he just... what happened was Chatterton's got a lot of momentum in their moves. Yeah. So, like, it takes him a while to stop. So, Sarwick had a lot of momentum. Sarwick is right by the mic. Colorado's right by the mic. It's right by Karen Ann Harlos and Sarwick. The worst place to put the mic. But anyways, that's where it was, right next to them. So, Sarwick's off his chair, running to the mic. Chatterton's running to the mic. And Chatterton tried to stop, but they couldn't stop in time, so he got, like, nudged. It was more of a nudging than when Sarwick said he got assaulted. It was more of a nudge than that. Nolan's here.
Hello.
Welcome, Nolan Shanich. Woo! We just started our photo slideshow. I've been asked. We're on day 1 right now. We're talking about the bylaw, what we thought about
the stackable paper.
Day 1 went.
Oh,
yeah. Do you have any comments on like what the bylaw we actually passed, or the ones that we didn't pass, or maybe the alternative bylaw packet that was put on everybody's table?
To be honest, I can't really remember. But I do remember that I do remember that packet there, and I was looking through. I'm like, what the hell is this?
That's about how we all felt.
I don't know if you want to do like a quick little intro on yourself, Nolan.
So I'm Nolan Schmidt. I'm the secretary of LP Texas, and I'm also known as the cigar smoking libertarian on Twitter, X, whatever people prefer to call it.
I love it. All right.
And you're also the kilt dude.
Oh yes, yes.
You're the kilt dude now.
That's how I know you. You're the kilt dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's got like a thing. Like we got the ukulele dude, we got the kilt dude. I hope I was known as the camera dude because I was running around with my camera the whole time.
Oh, you were on it. I was sitting next to Jamie. I was like, Devin, shut it. Look at him chase them down.
Devin,
gotta get that money shot. Woo!
Devin, I never saw you get up and run so
Timing is
fast
everything.
for a picture.
Timing is everything. You gotta get your ass moving.
Wow, it
You
was
see that do-rag flit across the thing. I was like, there goes the do-rag. There's that
oh, it was doing that Kaufman thing when they were getting ready to throw him out of the room.
But we are at the picture now. This was the infamous nudge. I call this the nudge, where Chatterton kind of bumped into Sarwark a little bit at the line at the mic, and then Sarwark was just straight calling him out. Like, and Chatterton just stood there and didn't even make a face or anything. He just stood there like deadpanned.
Yeah.
Just like nothing, not even acknowledging anything.
That is the only facial expression that man knows. You not. Even when he was angry with me and trying to remove me from his board, he had that deadpan face the whole time. You're a fraud and a saboteur and a criminal, and that is what his face looks like all the time. I don't think I've ever seen the man smile. Uh-oh. Well, that's smiling again.
No,
there we go.
I
tried to hit the mute for the dog, and then I was gone.
Okay. Kick this one. Hopefully this doesn't kick you. I'm trying to kick your other one. Okay, you're good. Okay, so here's the nudge. Sarwark's at the mic. He's telling the chair, point of personal privilege or point of order, Mr. Chair. Chatterton nudged me. And immediately there's like a kind of a slight booing, or maybe like people recognize this moment. Sarwark already like burned all his I got nudged cards at the other convention where he said he got assaulted. So no one really cared that he got nudged this time, and he didn't call it assault this time. He kind of learned his lesson, so I'm glad he's improving.
And it kind of comes down to a thing when you're like somebody like me that's had to deal with both of those people and don't really care for either of them. It's like, I would like both of you to be called to order and maybe have this meeting. You know?
Yeah. How about you both stay the hell away from the microphone for like one day?
1 minute.
Yeah, you're funny.
All right, let's continue on.
Okay.
We covered this moment. That was actually like the last day too, so these kind of got scrambled up. I try to get this in sequential order, but
Who was it? I don't remember. Somebody said something about taking that ukulele and shoving it both, like breaking it, shoving it, both orifices. I don't remember who that was. I was like, I would like to beat him with that ukulele, and somebody said they were going to break it and shove it in both places.
Oh my God, it was so funny. That was so funny. I remember that.
Here's like another fight where this dude tried to take the microphone away from Chatterton. And,
I tried to.
They almost got into it. He almost punched somebody. But
yeah, and that dude had arms on him. That dude might could have taken.
Yeah, he touched. That was technically more of an assault than what Sarwark said was an assault. Like for sure. Like I thought that was gonna be a situation. So that was another instance when I was running my fat ass all the way across the hall to get there to get those photos. Oh, there's Charles, your homeboy, up on stage. I finally found out how to get up to that balcony to get like the full shot, but it was like day 3, so it was like not as full as it was
Yeah.
day 2. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, and like for vice chair, like I said, we voted for Charles just out of unity for Michigan, and he has tried his hardest to help,
Would you guys
kind of
all?
keep things calm, and
Yeah, he had the unity message, or the not the no drama message, or the stop the bickering. It was pretty popular. He didn't even run for he didn't even announce he was running for vice chair that I knew of until like the day
Yeah.
of convention.
No, he
And,
said that it was a drunken moment the night before, lots of whiskey, and he decided he was running.
Yeah, he got 40% though, I believe,
Yeah.
which is pretty
That's
significant
impressive.
for just like a random here I go. Here's Scott Horton telling everybody that there is a globalist infiltration into the party and it's being destroyed that way.
Gage a lot. Like Seaback.
There's some profile pics there.
Is that
There's
Phil?
There's
Yep.
good old Phil, yeah. What is this? Evan McMahon. Is that how you pronounce it?
McMahon.
McMahon. Why did I
It's
say
way less
McMahon?
complicated than it looks. Yeah.
You know
What's
what
that,
made me?
everybody?
Called me in that one picture.
You know what made me change my mind on the vote and go for him on the vote when everybody was dogging his past? I was like, you know what? F- it.
I saw you up on the stage and I was going through my photos like, wait, Dan is up there with the sign?
Yeah, Jamie was like,
Oh,
and
that's
Jamie was like,
funny.
so who are you voting for? I was like, well, I plan on voting for Porter. Or not Porter, Yates. And she goes, are you sure? I was like, yeah. And then the next day she goes, I was like, well, they're just being assholes about the whole Evan thing. You know, we all have past. We all have shit, especially the drug war. Don't be bitching about his drug issues. I'm like, it, I'm voting for Evan. They turned me.
Here's the infamous showdown where Kaufman thanked Sarwark for giving him in power in New Hampshire, basically. Like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be the chair of New Hampshire today. And then Sarwark got right up there immediately and just started staring him down his whole chair speech.
Jeez.
Well, he's not lying. Sarwark pissed everybody off with that whole meltdown over the 2020 freaking convention.
What did you all think of Kaufman's "You guys are all losers" speech
Oh,
for his
Dude,
chair?
I was the first one after he finished. My mouth dropped open, and I was the first one to boo him.
I love the sign.
yes.
I kept calling him a psychopath when I saw him. I'd be like, "Oh, there goes a psychopath." That
What about you,
guy.
Nolan?
I just don't understand the thought process between trying to run for a position and starting off by insulting everybody that's hopefully going to vote for you and talking about how this whole thing is useless and we should just nuke it. Like, you just want to be in charge just to nuke it?
Exactly, Ashley.
Just
You
get
are on
really
point.
start something else. Get your own party then.
He didn't really want to be in charge. That was edgelording.
Yeah.
That guy had real moonshine in that jug.
Oh yeah, I drank it out of his jug at 3 conventions now. Oh, there's me and Donna.
I did not drink it. No.
Oh no, I drank out of his jugs at 3 conventions now. I am like old hat on that jug.
Tamara took one shot of moonshine, and then she went right up to that mic.
Oh God! Right? Oh, that was so funny. But whatever. People said they respected that I tried twice. Other people were impressed with our numbers. I had people asking me about the numbers. So, it really helped South Dakota get up there. And plus that sign I had. South Dakota is not a dinosaur.
Well,
That's
and
my
it's
favorite
like they
thing.
didn't make the time. There was certain times for you to do it, but it wasn't working out right for by the time you'd get to the mic.
Right, exactly.
Well, there's
but
that
it was
crazy
okay.
dude.
But whatever.
Oh, look at Shelly. Yay, I didn't even notice her, but there.
Was that Shelly?
That was Shelly.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize who I was taking pictures of.
That was Justin Shelley.
Amash is like, who's this random photographer?
And I cannot say it enough, and I know this makes me enemies every time I say it. I do not understand people's freaking love affair with that man.
Yeah, that's very unpopular, Dana. Everybody loves Amash, and he gave the best speech they've ever heard before at that convention.
It's the same speech we've heard all the other times.
I like him. I wouldn't call what I have with him a love affair. I thought it was cool to get, like, it was one of those cool, like, I never thought I'd meet this person and get to just walk up to him and talk to him. And I got to walk up to him and talk to him a couple of times with, like, other people, just have a chat with him. That was super cool. But, like, I don't know. I was a little bit more starstruck about Chase Oliver and Joe Jorgensen than I was.
Oh, I like
I
Chase way
agree.
better.
Yeah.
I smoke copious weed with Chase, so I like him a lot better. Maybe it's a Michigan thing, and Amash is from here, and he has nothing to do with this party except when we pay him to speak. And I've seen that man too many times, and he just doesn't impress me.
How come we
Pay
didn't
anybody
invite?
to speak, you know?
How come we didn't invite Josh Oliver to come to the Airbnb?
Chase Oliver, he's a celebrity. Like, he gives a about us. We're beneath him.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. He
no.
might.
Could
He
have at
might.
least
he-
asked. Worst
I'm
case
just kidding.
scenario, he said no.
I don't know him on a first name basis. You guys,
He kept coming up and talking to us and stuff. He was,
Yeah.
you know, that's such a trip because like a lot of times politicians, at least in my experience, a few of them from South Dakota act like they're full on celebrities. They don't go anywhere without a security detail. You can't just talk to them. So like it's super cool to me. There are some here too that like the governor right now, if you run into him at the grocery store and you walk up to him and want to shake his hand and talk to him, he'll talk to you. But like Dusty Johnson. Yeah. So it was cool to be able to just walk up to those people and chat with them. And I think
I thought Chase gave the best speech the entire convention myself.
Me too.
When he did the Savannah Banana speech on like the last day, and I heard the first part and the last part. I don't know why I missed it. I think I was trying to run and get some pictures or something, so I wasn't. But
I remember.
It was pretty good.
There was like one of the last pictures that was posted online, and it was of the Michigan, what was going on here, and I swear there was like one shot of Austin Martin where he looked like a very methed up version of Gene Wilder.
You have to pause on these ones of Dana, Devin.
Yeah, I was trying to get a nice shot.
Can we fully appreciate Dana's disgust?
Right there. That is what I'm just like, oh my God, guys, please.
He got a picture of you like fully like going like slow motion. This is like I've given up.
Yeah, this is the moment when Dana's like, okay, I'm ready for the convention to be over.
Yeah.
I'm tired now.
Yeah.
Well, we had to hear three different people be like, come join us and be part of us. And me and Charles the whole time were like, Noda. Come on, Noda.
Yeah.
And then I had a notice speech, and then Charles said his notice speech, and Tim was like, do you have anything more to say? I'm like, no, Charles covered it all. We're good. We need time alone to ourselves because we cannot be trusted in a relationship right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going on at this moment outside. Like Dana was saying, like everybody was giving them a pitch. Like the original Midwest region was given a pitch. The region we ended up joining in South Dakota gave them a pitch too. Mm-hmm. And Region 1, the Devil region, was giving them a pitch. And they were just like, hey, look, we know we're leaders to you guys before, and things didn't work out that well with us, but like, we're sorry about that. That's just how things are sometimes. No one's perfect, and we'll try to be better this time. Please trust us again.
No, he didn't even go that far. He literally sat there. That's after, because you didn't get where I almost hit him. And then I walked back over by Tim. Tim's like, come stand by me, Dana. So I went and stood by Dad, and then that's when he goes, "No, we did great for your state." And I was like, "What the fuck? That's fucking bullshit." And that's when Tim goes, "Dana, maybe you need to step away." I was like, "I fucking do," and I walked away.
That
I
was a
can't look at
whole.
those pictures of Austin Martin because all I'm thinking about right now is messed up Gene Wilder.
You're so funny. Dana, that was a hold me back moment for you, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Hold me
Because
back.
first I
Hold
was
me
sitting
back.
over, when it first started, I was standing over there by Charles, like right next to Charles, because we were talking about Noda and what we were going to say. And then, because I was on this side of Charles, like right next to where Austin was, and he came over, slid up and next to me, and like wanted to shake my hand and apologize. I was like, "Dude, don't touch me. I don't let people who talk to me the way you've talked to me touch me." And then he was like saying something that he got in my face when he first started talking. And that's when I like drew back. And that's when Tim was like, "No, come stand by me, Dana." I was like, "Okay, Dad."
I know there was one guy who was like really close to me, and I turned around. I'm like, personal space, dude. Personal space. And he backed up. Like,
I always tell people that was my favorite part of COVID. 6 feet. 6 feet. The Queen said 6 feet. Ukulele too, man. Could you imagine living with him in that thing 24/7?
Dude, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did you guys think the ukulele was dilatory?
Oh,
Or
dude.
did you think it provided some like atmospheric ambiance?
There was a couple of moments where, like, when he was just kind of walking around, twanging it a little bit, playing something quietly, fine. But there was at one point during a vote where him and somebody from Idaho were behind us singing a Sublime song really loud. And I was like, "Can you guys not?" I'm trying to do a serious. I'm trying to do my big girl job at the big girl convention. You're distracting me.
That's why I didn't bring my acoustic guitar, because I was like, this is a lot louder than a ukulele. I can't just casually strum this. This is loud as and it
Yeah.
has to be loud as
I have to say,
I did play it at the Airbnb though for a little bit, so
yeah. And I have to say though, sometimes like when he'd walk around and play it really quietly, he did play some very melodic songs that were soothing. But
don't let him get you, Tamara. Cover your ears when you hear that. That's the sound of siren.
Well, wait a minute.
That's what I was about to say. If you read Homer's Odyssey, that's how you went to bed in the Grand River.
Yeah.
You like it? Then he starts talking about you online for like a year, and then he'll come up and shake your hand in person and smile, give you the Cheshire Cat smile, and be like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry."
I was sitting there, and he goes like this to me, like the mahalo, whatever they do.
I would have gone.
You know, always with kindness. But you know what, Evan? What you were doing with the people is exactly what I was talking about. You get in, you infiltrate, and you listen.
You're not supposed to say that on the show tomorrow. You're supposed to keep that to yourself.
I don't know. I've had to listen to Andrew Chatterton and Austin Martin for way too long, calling me a fraud, a saboteur, all the things. There's nothing they can do to redeem themselves. I don't care.
No, of course not.
I do not care. I am so sick of those.
Oh, here's the Renaissance picture coming up.
Yes.
Coming up here.
Oh, Charles is looking at him.
There's just so many different. Everybody's experiencing.
There it is.
Emotion.
Coming up. I see my hand going back there.
Yeah. You're like,
Charles's face. That's the one with Charles and
there we go.
And Brian Henry, and they're all just like, "What the f-, dude?" And then Andrew Duke's face back there in the back. He's like, "Dude, seriously, I need a whiskey for this."
This is when Jay Gillette was just straight. You got into like a yelling confrontation with Austin here. I didn't capture that on video, unfortunately. I captured these screenshots though, or these photos. But yeah, I always enjoy when Austin gets yelled at by people.
This is where Tim is telling me maybe it's time to go back there, and I did. I stood behind the tallest people I could find. The two Thielen boys. I was like, if I stand behind them, I didn't even see him. I can still hear him, but I don't see him.
Michigan's always the state, even like for like presidential elections. It's always whatever Michigan decides might pick the president this year. And at the
You
convention,
guys.
like whatever region Michigan joins is gonna actually get to be a region, and all the other regions are gonna have to go back to the Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
It
You
did
know
go
what?
to the Thunderdome. I had never really paid much attention to that stuff until you looped me in, Devin. And it was literally, yeah.
So
Now you get to
you know
see
what?
how the other people in other states think about us in real life. And actually what they say to us for our faces, and then how they actually treat us.
We just need to 100%. South Dakota, North Dakota, will you?
Well, see,
So
that's
when
the
I
thing.
look-
You guys got to get numbers like Michigan so that they woo you, and then you got to ignore
Yeah.
them and play hard to get, and then say, no, we don't want none of you.
Okay, guys, and there was one picture of Austin, right? And I looked at him, and he reminds me of those dolls where you grab them and you grab them by the neck and you shake them, and they go like
Voodoo doll?
no, no stupid doll that you grab it by the neck when you're pissed off, and you just shake it, and it makes this noise like somebody being strangled.
What kind
You
of
know?
choice did you buy your kids, man?
God damn.
Bring your daughter back in here. We got to talk. She needs to therapy.
Yeah, I
She
just
did
want to
not.
talk to your daughter and see if she's okay.
But I did just hear that she wants to give Austin shaken baby syndrome.
Oh God! Oh God! It's for adults, not for kids. But yeah, I had one. Somebody pissed me off, I'd grab it and I'd be like,
Well, does it help if you beat people in the head with it? Good noises only maybe better.
It helps everybody not wanting to hear the noise coming out of the ukulele anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think next time I go, I'll bring some sort of weird noise maker. I don't want to be a rubber chicken person. I don't want to be a ukulele person, but I think I'll bring something that makes a strange noise just so every once in a while I can make everybody on the floor go, what the f is that?
The rubber chicken people, what was that, Texas or Oklahoma? They were really good in 2024 when they were at the Trump thing with their rubber chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I approve of that. That brings me joy.
How about one of those little things, cans, when you turn them upside down and they're like, moo.
Here's Charles giving us our notice speech. Oh, I know what you're talking about. The little, yeah. This was the notice speech that won us.
Yeah, it looks like the Michigan photos got reversed, so they're in reverse order.
So next time we get some idiots up there, why don't we just throw a smoke bomb in there?
Because we would be asked to leave, probably.
Because they'll decredentials. They just see how fast they go to work at that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we get them in trouble.
That deserved to happen, though.
Doing, like, actually, like, possibly setting off smoke alarms and shit. Like,
we gotta wear a mask so they don't know who did it.
Yeah, right. Walk around with a mask. Oh,
just go to the bathroom and change into an all-black outfit, ski mask, run across the floor and smoke.
Wear a Macy's shirt too. Do like a false
flag. Isn't it called a
wear a Macy's shirt? I love it.
Isn't it called a stink bomb?
You know, man.
Yeah, that's what you throw out there. And everybody runs.
You are a full-fledged terrorist. You've been to one convention and look at you already.
Terrorist. You're on several lists, Tamara.
Oh, I am. I'd like to see my
Tamara off the island. Oh wait, I got.
Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you guys are so funny.
Has everybody got your yellow cards? The card convention. That's what we should call it. The card convention. I like that.
Oh, dude, Susan Hogarth got a really buttered when you said you didn't like her yellow card.
You know what? I went and found her and I apologized. And I took it back, so it don't count no more. I just didn't delete it off Facebook because I don't delete my errors. I let everybody see what kind of a person I really am.
Oh no, I
Oh.
told her straight up. I still hated the card. I'm not a fan.
Same.
I can see how it would make it a little easier for them to count. But I don't know. They could have made, my complaint was it didn't fit in my bag. Like if they were a little, I get having a bright yellow thing that we
Yeah.
can hold up, but something like half the size of this, like
That's
drop
one
it off
criticism.
right here so it fits in my bag.
One criticism I'll keep is exactly what Ashley said. I'm like so worried someone's gonna steal it off my table and sabotage my vote that I'm not leaving it.
Yeah.
And it's too big to put in my goddamn camera bag.
Yeah.
It's just like, where do I put this thing?
Okay, I remember
I don't know how to
these
resolve
pictures.
that.
I remember the event that happened with these pictures. I remember I got really infuriated at this part, and then Austin Martin was like trying to pull something, and I was just yelling for him to sit the down.
Put the ukulele away.
Was that during the bylaw one for the seasoning? Was that what that was?
I think this is. I don't remember what Jeremy Kaufman went up to the microphone for. I believe maybe he went up to the mic to say, isn't it tradition that the chair candidate that loses gets to make a concession speech?
I remember that.
And technically that is the tradition, but like, you're not a libertarian, so you don't get to have the libertarian tradition. I'm all about the libertarian traditions. I love the traditions. I love the NOTA. I love right to defend yourself when they're trying to kick you out of meetings. And I love the concession speeches from the chairs. Oh, this is definitely the moment where
that's where he
Kaufman was removed. Because he's like, you need to show this photograph, which is going to be at the very end of the clips, of Alexa stealing our brochures off our table. That's evidence of theft. Rah! And then the convention just basically shouted him down. And then he told the chair to get the crowd under control because he has the right to just shout and speak at this microphone nonstop. It's like, no, dude, your 2 minutes are up. Next. Dilatory. Get out of here. Oh, this is my favorite string of shots. Look at this. This is when, I believe that's the classical liberal caucus chair coming around with the security guards to actually physically remove Kaufman because he was not leaving fast enough. And I just stayed here and just captured this shot of them like walking right past me. I wish it was a video, but
I do have a video shot on my phone. I don't remember if I posted it on. I think I posted on Twitter. I think.
Did you?
I think. Let me double check.
Yeah. I might be able to pull that up. You can watch it.
I did take a picture of that guy throwing the airplanes from the balcony. I mean, I got a video of it. I have a video of it.
This shit was getting boring there. I don't like how our first full day was just wasted on bylaws that didn't even pass. I wanted to hear what the candidates had to say. I wanted to hear candidates get questioned and actually like drilled, like hard questions, not like hand me out easy softballs. Like no.
I found it. Let me. I'll send it to. Here, let me send it real quick.
Yeah, there's a private chat in here if you just want to throw it in there.
Oh, let me do that real quick.
Yeah, and while you're looking for that, just after this happened, the first guy to go up to the mic in defense of the slap was for theft was freaking Dan Chatterton's best buddy, Dan Ziemba, like trying to justify.
Is that the one who is a fellow judiciary?
No. He was one of the ones we had to sue, Dan Ziemba, because he was the secretary and he was part of that mess. But no, Connor Nepomuceno is the fellow judiciary and he did not make it. He was not a delegate. He was the fellow judiciary.
Here we go. Got it.
Here we go. Okay. We'll pause this. We'll watch the video footage that Owen got. Soon as I don't know. Did you send it to? Oh, here we go. I see it. Okay. Let me pause this.
Can we do it?
I actually wrote on one of the papers on the thing. I wrote in marker, "Go f yourself, crybaby Kaufman."
Yeah.
And when I was holding it up when he was over there by Texas, between Texas and Pennsylvania, one of my other delegates saw the sign and he couldn't stop laughing. He was like, "Crybaby Kaufman, that's good."
It's got a good ring to it.
I had to run, so I didn't quite get the best shots because I was running. I keep putting South Dakota way off in the like boondocks.
I know.
That's fine, whatever though. Okay. Oh, it's up. Okay, it's up here. Let's play it. See what happens. Oh, there I am.
There's Devin.
Hold on that last one, okay?
Like one part you actually hear me talking to one of the other delegates.
Security's on its way.
For some clarification.
Oh, look at Archie. Archie's right there too.
I thought he was removed from the body, I believe, but not kicked out of the convention building. Then I could be wrong.
Oh, here's security. Oh my God, there it is. Oh yes, dude. Everybody's like hip hip hooray for private security. F the local police or something like that. And everybody started cheering. I was like, yes, I love this convention.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was awesome, dude. That was great footage.
Perfect spot.
What'd you all think about Tyler Danke being our Dank? How do you pronounce his last name? Is it Dank or Danke?
Danke. No, I'm just kidding.
Danke. That actually sounds correct.
It's German.
Whatever it is, he was a sergeant in arms, and he was up there like, how many times did he have to go up there and like escort someone away from the microphone? It was like, holy cow, dude.
Yeah.
With him being from Wisconsin, it's probably Norwegian, and I've never asked him how to say it. It's either donkey or Yankee. Kind of depends on who it is, what their family is. But oh, with him, it was funny. Larry Johnson goes, I don't know who that kid is. He's like, he's as big as Chatterton, but he's actually got muscle. He looks like he can do something. That was what Larry Johnson said about him.
It's funny.
He was like big enough to tower over people and like a little menacing.
I don't know what I was trying to take a picture of here. What is it? Oh, that's Kaufman up in the background causing trouble. Okay. Ugh. I gotta get a better lens. I gotta get one of those super zoom lenses because they don't have to run and just get so close to people.
I mean, you're trying to get a picture of Kaufman here, but Michael's got some great shots there.
Yeah.
I just
People
bought a
change
camera with
when
a
you're
50
close.
times zoom. I should have brought that with me.
I need to get one of them like trick cameras where they don't it doesn't look like a camera, so people don't change their facial features when they see you. Because then I could capture like the actual moment in time as it was when I saw it. Because when you get the camera up to people's faces, they start posing.
Are you gonna just get some Google glasses or?
Oh
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like spy.
Some Spy Kids type.
Oh, there's Mike Saliba. That's why I took these photos, kept these in. I have Mike Saliba in like the background of so many shots randomly. He's kind of like Where's Waldo in my photo collection.
He never did put his tutu on. I was like, David, Mike, put your tutu on. He took it with him, but he never did put it on. Mike's always fine. Like, if they hadn't been such assholes about the alcohol, he usually brings like absinthe and stuff. It's up a whole bar at the Michigan table.
He's a cool guy. I enjoyed hanging with him.
Oh, there's Rachel Blackfire selling Kaufman off. I forgot what she said exactly. Some profane things, though.
Some profane things.
Yeah, Michigan. You think Michigan's got bad? New Hampshire people. When I was getting my book signed by Joe Jorgensen, like 2 New Hampshire people were just screaming at each other, like almost like physical altercation.
Yeah.
It was like, what is going on?
I ran over there with because I had your camera so I could take pictures of you. And I was snapping pictures of you, but I ran over there with your camera.
Yeah.
Just in case something happened.
Get the shot of the punch. Get it.
Fuck this. Go over there.
I need this shot. Get out of here, Joe. I need this shot.
Yeah.
Think
I
better.
some of those. When you got the pictures of microphone, I think it was one over there. Lots of good Michigan shots. I'm going to grab some of those.
Yeah, I'll send you the file link, and you can just go through them all and pick whatever you want out of there.
Grab them for our archives, because we do like a little slideshow. When I go to convention, there's a slideshow in there.
I'm like the opposite of Ovens. I don't want to beautify the pictures. I want to capture the ugly realness of the convention and the fights and the facial expressions when people are annoyed and just like everything.
Like that lady right there, and that yellow right there. She looks very annoyed. She's like, yeah.
I accidentally forgot my flash on at one point, and like someone like from Colorado like yelled at me. He's like, "Hey, stop trying to blind me with your flash!" I was like, "Oh, I am sorry, dude."
I shall be flogged.
There's so many buttons on here. I must have bumped it.
So was Tyler just like basically following Kaufman around there for a minute?
Every time he went into the mic, we needed the sergeant at arms there. To protect Kaufman mostly from the crowd.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right.
It was mostly for his safety, not for ours, really.
What's that sign say? Good luck.
Good luck
in
court because right before he came to convention, he got arrested at a grocery store for like telling black people there to go back to Africa. So he got like disorderly conduct. Yeah.
Yeah, there was like a car accident or something, like a fender bender in the parking lot, and then he got all racist and...
He's disgusting. Isn't he Jewish anyway with that name? He looks Jewish.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Okay.
The other day he tweeted something that said, homosexuals are kind of like Jews in the way that some of them are really beneficial for society, but you don't want them to be in charge of anything.
During Pride Month,
so that makes me wonder if he is Jewish or not. I don't know if he would say that about himself. I don't know.
Well, people who complain the most about something are the ones who are doing it. So he probably is. And he probably hates the fact that he's Jewish.
Well, in Pride Month, in Ashley, Pride Month is when they're on there. Like, they got a whole month to be totally.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. They never disappoint during Pride Month if you're into that whole thing. Oh, and then like Juneteenth, they the thing, and that's why they're such a drain. Like even here in northern Michigan, there are a few people that have said something about, well, don't you guys have a lot of racists in your party? I'm like, oh yeah, because there's been articles, and you probably read the Reason magazine and whatever,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, even rural northern Michigan, people know about our racists.
You know what Kaufman said to me? Lady, you're a liar.
What did you say to him?
I told him he's a psychopath.
Oh.
Because he is. Like, what am I going to do? He's just an idiot looking for, he's a media whore, is what he is.
Yeah,
My
He
he
just
went
wants
there looking.
attention.
He posed for
Yeah.
me every time I went up there. I was like, "Oh, you want me to take pictures of you? Now I don't
Mhm.
want to take pictures of your ass, even though I know these shots are the shots that the general pop in this prison want to see."
Yeah. When he walked out outside of the convention hall, I ran out there. I tried to film him being walked out from out there, but my phone messed up and didn't catch it. It took like a 1 second
Damn.
video, which I felt bad about. But he's like, you can see from all the pictures, he's trying to talk and give this whole speech and carry on while he's being kicked out. He continued that outside, and the guy that was running that booth selling the silver pieces and stuff,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
everybody's filming him, right? So he gets behind the crowd, behind Kaufman, starts yelling, "This is theater! What if this is all theater? What if this is all theater?" over and over again behind him. So everybody's videos got this guy going, "This is all theater" in the background.
I knew he was projecting. I knew it. He's the theater kid. He's the theater kid. That's why he hates theater kids, because he hates himself.
He does. He hates himself.
Well, he's the theater kid that got kicked out of the thespian club because he was such a dick.
Probably.
Speaking as someone who was a theater student, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, the most over dramatic people are the true drama queens, and they're most of the time they're excluded from the cool kids club within the theater kids.
I was a theater kid too, for the record, but I mostly did like set building and lights and sound and stuff. So, but I'm one of the good ones.
You're a white hat theater kid. Nice.
Yeah.
I just became a theater kid late in life because it's fun.
Because it's Guido Bucky.
Yes, that is right. It is fun to pretend to be Italian man summertime. Well, I got a lot of pictures of Kaufman, but we could talk about other things that happened while these are playing out. What other things happened at convention of interest should we talk about?
Oh, gosh.
What about all the speeches? A lot of people were talking about the excessive amount of speeches. Every time we came back from a break, there was a speech. What do you guys think about that? Was that too much? Or did you like the speeches?
I liked hearing the speeches, but I don't think that should get in the way of us conducting business. Like when we're done with business for the day, then they can have a time when, if you want to hang out for a little bit, we're going to have these speakers and it's totally free. And I'm sure people would stay and hang out for those if they give a crap about who's speaking. But then you give the people who don't give a crap about whoever's speaking a chance to go do whatever they want. And we're conducting business when we're supposed to be conducting business. I don't think speeches should be business. That's how we do it with our state conventions here in South Dakota too, is we conduct our business, we adjourn, and then whatever guest speakers we have speak. And if people are done after we've finished conducting businesses, they take off and drive home.
I agree with that, Ashley.
Yeah, we wasted a lot of time listening to speeches. I did like my favorite speech though. I think was gonna be, ironically, the chair of Minnesota. She was the medic who gave us that detailed speech about being a medic in the Middle Eastern wars, and I was like so emotionally impacted by that speech.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
She wound up just kind of chilling. She wasn't a delegate, I guess, so she was sitting in that group of chairs behind where South Dakota and North Dakota was, that was for non-delegates. And I stopped by and thanked her for giving that speech, because she was so 100% raw and real about things. And when I talked to her, I thanked her. I was like, people need to hear those very difficult, gruesome, awful truths. You did not give us any details at all, and that's exactly how people should talk about. And on Memorial Day of all days, that She got to talk about how gruesome and awful war is, and how, like, yeah, they come home and you're a hero and all this stuff. She had to see all that stuff. So many people had to die, and for what? For some oil, for because Israel,
Interest,
like,
special interest. I
For the
stopped by
almighty
her too.
$5.
I talked to her too, Ashley, and thanked her when
yeah,
she was there. And I got to tell you, it was emotionally impactful, and you could see at one point she was about to cry.
yeah.
You
That
know,
stuff that stuff has to be incredibly hard to talk about. I
it is.
work in an emergency department, so I've seen some pretty gruesome stuff, but I'm sure nothing it all pales in comparison to what she's seen. And I would
Right.
have a hard time getting up in front of a group of people talking about what I've seen, the couple of really gruesome stories I have from the emergency department. I wouldn't be able to tell in that much detail to a group of people without breaking down and crying about it.
Yeah,
I will tell you that that is the only speech I stuck around for.
Yeah.
Every single other speech, I walked out, I went and smoked weed and socialized. And then that was the only speech I stuck around for. I was like, I'll stay for that.
I think Nikayla came up and tried to like cut her off a few times because her time had run out, and
Yeah,
I was
he
just
kept
like,
telling
no.
her.
I was like, I
Yeah.
want to hear this whole speech, dude. Sit your ass down.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
It looked like, of course, none of us could really hear what they were saying, but it looked like he was coming up behind her and he'd be like, hey, yo, you're like almost out
Yes.
of time. He's like, okay, my bad, dog. I just got a couple more things to say. And then she just kept talking.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Good for her. Yes. Yeah.
That was not the speech to interrupt either, dude. Like, this
No.
was the realest speech the entire interrupt Eamon Bundy or someone that like
God.
it'd be funny. Interrupt Ross Ulbricht's mom.
Oh,
Like.
dare. Why does it, I should just tweet at him, like, why do you hate veterans? Why do you hate veterans?
I believe me, I'm anti-war and I don't want any veterans. The best way to not have veterans is to convince them not to sign up. But if they're going to speak, let them speak, because you know what? They did go do a thing and they felt strongly about what the hell they did. So shut the f up and let them do their thing.
Yeah.
You know, my uncle.
As the wife of a veteran.
I have two uncles. One has flashbacks. The other one told me, I don't care if my radio is blasting, the alarm is going off, do not wake me up. And I understand that because when you're in Vietnam, you're like, he'll attack me. You know what I mean? Because it's instinct from what they go through.
Yeah.
But
And it
I
happens
can't.
to all the ones in the Middle East too. It's
Yeah.
You're always on this high alert, high. So you go home, and then when you go home, it's still there. It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
And these people in your troops are like family, you know? So it's like you're seeing your family dying in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's
yeah, those are your brothers and sisters when you're doing that kind of stuff. Those are
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm with Dana. I wish we didn't put those people in those situations in the first place. I would highly encourage anybody I care about to not get involved in that kind of stuff. I come from a long line of people who were in the Navy and tried to join myself at one point in my life because I felt like I didn't have anything else. Luckily, my eyes were too bad and they said no, and I'm really glad that the universe handed that to me because I'm really happy with where I am, and my brother's in currently, and I worry about him constantly.
They told me I scored so high on the test that I could go into the Marines. And I'm like, hell no, I'm not going to the Marines.
They offered me the same program that my brother's in, which is when I took my test before they got my eye exam results back. They offered me the submarine program, and I told my recruiter, I said, listen, you can keep your women's rights. I will be in a kitchen or I will be a nurse somewhere. I do not want to be in a metal tube at the bottom of the ocean. Thank you very much.
Right.
They had just opened submarine work to women at that point. So
yeah.
I was like, I could just feel all of the feminism leaving my body.
Oh God, I couldn't even.
Yeah, we
I
toured a
couldn't either.
submarine. I couldn't. It was like it's all closed in. I know, no.
Yeah, I got to tour my brother's sub that he works on, and I don't know how he lived on that thing for 8 months.
Like, see, that's one of those things where like I'm an anarchist, but I guess if one had to call me something left leaning, I'm an agorist. So I want to get rid of the whole system. But while the system is here, we have to have the VA, and we have to have the things for these guys.
Yeah,
They come back and they need stuff. I mean, like my husband, he was at Camp Lejeune, then he was in Korea with all the burning. He drove the white phosphorus powder around. He's doing all the mess. So they've got him on cancer protocol. They check him
Right.
for everything, and the VA pays for anything cancer related because they exposed him to all that mess.
yeah.
Right.
And he
Right.
went in right after Vietnam. He was 17 when he went in, so he's in Korea with all the blowback and all the mess that they were still getting covered with things and burning stuff. It was a mess, and yeah, so they need the VA. The VA is there to help them through those things. And like with a stroke, they gave him occupational therapy, all kinds of good stuff, and that's where it was like, oh, you're not a real libertarian. Yeah, I guess I'm not, because I have a bleeding heart for people that need help. You know.
Yeah, we need to fix
the
the messes that our current situation has made, and then eventually we can, so we all want this like Star Trek pipe dream someday, and like we understand it can't happen like that, but someday, and you got to clean up those messes. That's especially probably the biggest mess worth putting time and money and effort into.
Oh yeah.
It's taking care of those people.
Yeah.
We say all the time in libertarian spaces that good ideas don't require force. I think that people with money to help fund that kind of stuff, or like people would donate their money to help those sort of things. I know that's like probably based on a lot of like taxpayer funds, but like I don't know. If we get to our libertarian pipe dream future, I think we could fund taking care of those people with a donation-based thing rather than taxes, where people are freely giving their money. Lots of people would freely give their money to that. It just makes sense.
And hopefully we just don't
our
have
libertarian
wars.
pipe dream, there wouldn't be those people.
Yes, eventually those people will, everybody who remembers a time when we were sending people to awful wars where they had to see all that those people will have passed away and not exist anymore. And we won't make any new ones, but we got to take care of those ones that are still around while they're still here,
Yeah, because like I said, my dream is agorism. We get rid of the monetary system, and we don't, we live in a world where, because that's what we're fighting for. I mean, every time America gets involved in a fight, it's over the petrodollar, because we have to keep our petrodollar, and the empire is dying, and it's the whole thing,
It's a fully operational Death Star.
Oh yeah. All right. So here is the infamous assaults in the hallway.
The assaults in the hallway.
This was not right when it happened. This was several minutes after it happened. Ashley was kind of a witness, an audio witness, I guess. She was
an audio witness. So I think I heard it go down. I walked out of the convention hall because I wanted a little drink of water and I wanted to go to the bathroom. And then there was a ton of people where this picture is showing. There was a ton of people standing down here, and I just heard a bunch of yelling, and I'm pretty sure I heard a smack sound, and then a bunch more yelling. There was a delegate from another state, I think Kansas or something, that was kind of standing near me, and we were watching. We kind of moved closer, and then I remembered that Devin had his camera, and Devin probably wants to get in there and get pictures. So I ran back into the convention hall, like, where's Devin? Found him, and I was like, yo, people are getting hit out here. Like, you need to get out here with your camera. But I was fairly far away. So this entrance down here is C. The entrance we kept walking in where like South Dakota's table was A. So it was a couple entrances down is where I was. But right in front of the bar was where this group of people was gathered, and we could hear all the commotion.
Because that's the kid right there, right behind the bar, right? With the gray shirt on.
Yes, I'm pretty sure
I'm
that
sitting here
was.
pointing at a picture. You can't see me pointing at
I'll
it, but over
start.
way to the left.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's wearing in the shot. You can see with the police walking him away in handcuffs.
Yeah. That's what I thought. He was a tall kid.
Yeah,
with-
I never saw his face, so like I can't confirm or deny exactly who it was, but that looks like the guy from the arrest pictures.
Where do you see him in this picture?
Right behind
Yes,
the
you
bar.
see what- yeah, do you
Oh,
see
he's
the
right there.
bar?
That is him. That is him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right on.
that 100% is him. He's. If you can look at the picture, if you're watching, there's a bar at the very far left, next to the guy with the cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like
Yeah.
Ashley was saying, she tracked me down. I was trying to get a picture of like Wes Benedict's chair speech.
Yeah.
So like she
I was like, more
interrupted
important
that.
things are happening.
Yeah, so I like dipped out of there. I ran, and I just started snapping photos, and I got this shot of Jake Porter with Austin Martin, the first people I saw when I got in the hallway, and they're talking. I believe Austin Martin was saying something along the lines of, "Hey man, no matter how much we disagree on things, we shouldn't be getting into fights with each other like that." Blah 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 blah. So I knew it was serious. I was like, "Holy shit, someone got into a physical fight back here."
Mhm.
So I just started snapping away. I didn't know who got hit, who did the hitting, who was hit, or anything. So I didn't know who to face my camera at and start pointing to. So I just started pointing towards the like popular figures. But you can still see the guy who hit her like right here on the left. Oh, there's his face
Yep.
kind of.
Yeah.
He turned a little bit to the left. Like
He's
I would have
lucky he
stayed for sure and filmed the arrest if I would have. I thought he dipped because usually when you get into a fight and it gets broken up, you
Yeah.
just get the hell out of there for the police show up.
Yeah.
This guy apparently admitted to punching her. Oh, I guess we got to break down like what happened because the audience might not. Well, most of the audience knows, but somebody not involved with the Libertarian Party don't really know. So like what happened basically, allegedly. I think Alexa Mafia. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Everybody keeps saying that. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I like Mafia. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Alexa Mafia, and I believe Lena was there, the secretary candidate. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe so. I think Jake Porter was there too. Not 100% on that, but I believe he was like a witness. So allegedly, we have a picture coming up of it. She grabbed some brochures off their booth, which is like what everybody does. Every booth's got brochures on it and buttons, and you grab them and you put the button on and you grab your brochure. She grabbed. I went and hand counted because everybody was talking about how many she grabbed. It was like 10. So she grabbed 10 brochures off the table. And then this guy over here on the way left next to the dude with the cowboy hat, I think his name was Austin Allgood, or is that his name?
Yeah.
Andrew Allgood.
Andrew Allgood from New Hampshire, who was earlier in the week doing Nazi salutes at the New Hampshire table, like in the convention.
Disgusting.
He punched Alexa in the face for over these 10 brochures.
Mhm.
So anyhow, I got there after the punch, after like the fight was kind of broken up. I don't know how many minutes went by. It can't have been like 5. Maybe it was like less.
It was
5.
like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
If I was indeed out there when the hit happened,
Yeah.
it was
And
like 2 or 3 because we just kind of stood there flabbergasted about like, you
Like, I
just
don't
hit
s-
somebody, like
Yeah, like I didn't see Alexa in any of these pictures, so she must have
No.
got taken away quickly.
probably. I bet
Um,
people swooped her away.
Yeah,
quickly.
and then all these other random people. I think this is the New Hampshire delegation because I heard that they all went out to support their boy.
Yep.
So I'll just keep playing these pictures now that we have the backstory played out.
Man, he's lucky he didn't hit me, because I would have.
Like I don't know why everybody
I hate
had their
that.
cameras.
I
like,
did
everybody,
too.
everybody had their cameras facing these people here, so I thought these people were involved, but I don't know why they have their cameras facing them.
Probably just because they were being loud, running their mouths.
It was the guy on the left though that punched her, so I'm like next to the guy that punched Alexa and not taking pictures of him because I didn't know what the hell was happening there.
Oh my god.
And Jeremy Kaufman was out there too, so I thought that somebody assaulted Jeremy Kaufman, is what I thought happened. But it didn't look like he got assaulted, so I was kind of confused. Like, this guy doesn't look like no one hit him. Like, what's going on? Who got hit? What is happening? So it's a little confusing. And then I must have stopped right around here, where it's like it kind of cleared out. But here's a guy. Here's him.
Yep,
No, there's a Nazi
And that has to
salute.
be because that's the same shirt. That's the same outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the same shirt.
So that is the dude, and he got arrested. I really wish I was out there taking that picture, but whatever. It was the fog of war. Okay, here is the picture that Jeremy Kaufman said was evidence of her stealing, which he says justifies assaulting her. And it's like, look how few brochures are in her hand. It's literally 10. If you zoom in, you can count like every brochure.
And weren't they free for?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, it's common knowledge that the brochures on the tables are free to grab. They're just handing them out like freaking mints.
Like, why would they charge money on them for them? They just want to spread their information.
Yeah, and there was a screenshot where they were proud of giving away 200 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she took 10 of them.
I heard that somebody said the wife encouraged them to do it.
I heard that rumor as well. I heard that. I also heard the rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I heard the rumor, and it came from a very credible source. Who I'm gonna let him say it first before I say that it came from him. But I can confirm what Tamara just said through hearsay, which is good enough for the Gulag. All right, hearsay is credible evidence here.
Yeah, I was taught if somebody hits you, you hit them back. I would have gone full on crazy on them, dude, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a natural reflex with me. If somebody hurts me,
yeah, she handled it way better than I would have. I would have been in jail for assault as well.
Well, no, you wouldn't, because you would have been protecting yourself. So it would have been self-defense.
You didn't hit first.
So then
you have to
after
hit me first, but I'll hit back.
Yeah.
So then after the assault, there is a guy went to the mic. Someone went to the mic and talked about disaffiliating New Hampshire, and then all these people started gathering, and Alexa was up there by the microphone. Here she is, with like an ice pack on her face. So I thought this was going to be the big moment, and I thought Alexa herself was even going to make the motion to disaffiliate New Hampshire, and I thought this was going to be like the epic climax of this whole convention right here. But we timed out for lunch, if you can believe it. Like right at the moment, we timed out for lunch, and the motion never got made.
Oh, wow.
Here is her. She posted this on that delegates group, the uncensored one.
Holy shit.
So yeah, he decked her, like straight on, full on hit her. Like this wasn't like a Sarwark tap.
This wasn't
real.
Yeah.
I would have ran to the bar, broke a bottle, and said, "Come on."
But
Just kidding.
Just kidding. This is the thing. This is why some of us are just so done, because this is what will be remembered. This right here. This dude in Grand Rapids did this thing. Dude, we're still living down the James Weeks thing. Okay? Michigan is still known for the naked dude on stage. Stripping.
What? Somebody went on stage naked?
Well, he had a thong. 2016, when the Bill Weld got elected.
Yeah. So you think
James Weeks had his name in. He is now Lillian. Anywho, at that time it was James. So he ran for chair, and instead of doing his chair speech, he decided to do a striptease in protest of Bill Weld being our candidate for vice president.
Yeah.
I wish I would have saw that.
So that was.
So Michigan really is not the dinosaur.
Still haven't been hearing about it. Oh, Michigan has a track record. We had the Renty Steph dude. We had James Weeks. You come to our state, you get abused by some dude from New Hampshire. Like, man, this is why I don't want to be part of this party anymore, man.
All right, so that is the end of my photos. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna take a quick break though, and then we'll go into final thoughts or anything we missed. All right. All right.
And
Give everybody a second to get back. I know we missed a lot of things, but we're already at 2 hours, so.
I will mention because I know that there was like a podcast group there at the convention.
Mhm.
I decided to look up their podcasts and found the moment where I was making my speech during my run for JC, and they were like, "I already hate this guy because he's wearing a skirt."
Oh my god, dude. Everybody's so cruel at these things.
And I was like, in my mind, I was like, "You uncultured swines."
My question for you is, do you wear it the right way?
What do you mean
I
the
played
right
the
way?
fifth.
Only guilty man in Shawshank.
What's the right way?
without underwear.
Commando.
Commando. You know, my
I'll share those
sister,
photos later, okay?
my sister,
on that one.
my sister married a man from Scotland, and he wore his colors to the wedding. Absolutely stunning looking, stunning. The white socks, I don't know what you call them.
Dude,
Everything. They have
I'm
jazz
gonna tell
hands.
you, I love Black Label Society. I love Zach Wilde. There is nothing hotter than watching Zach Wilde be on stage with a kilt and a freaking leather biker vest. I mean, that is like, that is porn for me.
Ah,
It's
oh,
all
God.
because of the true Scotsman question that some troll or whatever has been using the photo that Devin took of me on their profile and stuff.
Yeah, I told him to stop using the picture. I was like, this picture is copyrighted, mother.
Yeah,
I don't know if that'll
yeah.
accomplish anything, but we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure I updated my profile picture to the one I posted in the morning where because I was outside smoking a cigar and I'm like, I haven't updated this for a while. Let me go ahead and do that.
Right on.
All right. So, things we missed. Things that the photos didn't really capture at all. What did everybody think about the results, I guess? At the end of the day, are you content with the LNC that we elected? And after that, we can talk about the JC that was elected or not elected, depending on who you ask.
I mean, end of the day, it is what it is to me. I mean, after years of all this mess, it is what it is. They're going to do what they're going to do. Maybe they'll spend the money better. Maybe they'll do more things. I think Michigan's going to be as represented as Michigan's been for the last 2 years because we haven't been represented. I mean, I just saw the same games being played, the same floor thing of Chatterton and Austin and all them running around acting like idiots, like they were going to do something, standing by the mic, camping out. It just same different day. Like here we are, like trying to fight so hard to be the third largest party in America, and we can't even figure out.
Yeah.
The bylaws weren't substantially changed in any way that was going to do anything, and most of the takeover happened from the state level anyway. That's Michigan. They installed Chatterton. He was installed. That's all there was to it. And to stop the people that were trying to keep him from being installed, they sued people. I mean, and so Michigan may never recover. I can't say it enough. We will never recover the institutional knowledge we lost. Some of us are just so tired of fighting after all these years, and we're still dealing with Chatterton in court. We're done. And I don't see Michigan, no matter how much I would love to see it, I just don't see us recovering from this. And there was such, I don't know. I watched the same convention you guys did, and I didn't get all excited about things. It's like our vice chair is a mess. I don't know. Maybe someone with more happy thoughts should talk now.
I don't know. I guess, okay. My thoughts are, like, immediately, I remember when we first started LPA, and we always used to say, we are the LNC now. Like, we're going to take this. We're going to be the LNC. And they did it, and now they are the LNC. I was like, holy shit. You motherfucker, you crazy motherfuckers did it. You took over the LNC. So, and their first order of business was disaffiliating New Hampshire, which was like the only goal I set out for. And like all my assistants to LPA and the whole reason I went to the convention at all was just I wanted to disaffiliate New Hampshire. They're just such a roadblock. They're causing all our candidates, not all our candidates. We have some troopers like Tamara who don't give a f. But like some of our other candidates that were really popular here don't want to run because they're embarrassed about what LPNH tweets out, and it's fine.
Yeah.
That's the case for a lot of states. And now they're disaffiliated, and as long as the Judicial Committee accepts that disaffiliation, we're good, and we get back on track. And I've even been reached out to by the candidate. It's too late for us now. We already had our conventions and our primaries and everything, so this year's spoken for. But I've had the former candidates reach out to me, and they seem excited finally, or hopeful, at least, that things can actually turn around. So we can actually get back to like where we were. Yeah, we can finally get back to where we were. Woo! And like start having big get-togethers again like we used to, and like being positive and happy and trekking our own course forward finally. So you know what? I'm gonna be hypercritical because that's just how I am, I guess. But right now, I feel like, you know what? I'm giving free passes out for the disaffiliation. I just don't know what else to do. Like, I'm just like, okay, whatever. But like Danny was saying, I feel like our vice chair doesn't have the experience necessary, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe she'll learn it. Maybe she got so much help behind her that it doesn't matter. She'll just get filled in by like Kyle or somebody will fill in on the. I just don't like. I'm really interested to see what would happen if McMahon gets sick at the next convention and he's unable to go up there and chair 1,000 people, and it's our vice chair going up there instead. I'd be up there with my camera so fast. Capture every detail of what's about to happen.
I say at that point you could get a different convention chair. Somebody just has to motion for it.
That's true.
It's a simple
that don't happen.
We kind of had to do that here in Michigan during the 2024 convention.
I did see it happen too at Orlando convention. It happened where like Sarwark said he wasn't gonna chair or even be at the convention, but he ended up being at the convention.
Yeah, man, poor Alex.
It. So Alex Merced went up there, and Alex Merced did like the best like backup quarterback job I've ever like seen.
And, you remember the memes?
One segment though, there's like one little bit where he couldn't get the crowd under control, or there's just too much chaos and confusion on where we were in business. And I think Omar got put up as a convention chair to get us through that little rough spot. Omar's actually our alternate now in this new region that South Dakota is a part of.
Do you remember the pictures, the side-by-sides? Anybody who was around in Orlando?
The what?
The side-by-side pictures. It was like a meme for a minute.
Okay.
Alex Merced, all his hair.
Oh, yes! Yes, I love that meme. Like before and after.
All dapper. He just looks so cute.
Fortunately for Amanda, she's already got the porcupine hair on day one. So day 4 won't be much different. But like Alex Merced, his hair started normal, and then on day 4, his hair is just like all sticking up.
He had it all like hair gel, and his little bow tie, and like just dapper. His little pants all tucked in, and just day 3, his shirt's out. He's got a suit jacket on. His hair's everywhere. No tie, buttons open. And then they had the side-by-side pictures of the poor dude. But by day 3, me and Donna were joking at our table. I was like, that poor boy has been through so much hell right now. That was when Star Wars got up and told the whole convention that we could all eat a dick. Remember that?
I love it. I love these conventions. I love the moments. Every convention has a moment. Sometimes more than one.
I know that I wasn't there. I wasn't a delegate, but I watched the live stream of the Reno convention because I remember Whitney Billieu couldn't continue doing the convention because she had that busted eardrum and stuff. And
So Ken Molman ended up doing it.
What everybody else think about the new LNC?
I don't know. I'm overall hopeful. I hope that those that don't have as much experience can like learn from other people. I know that's how it was for me. I just kind of got invited to our state party, and shout out to Gideon Oaks for paying my dues for me that year so I would stay for the voting portion, and then
Whoa! Bylaw violation. Just kidding. I don't know.
he handed me a $5 bill because I said, I don't have any cash on me and I really don't want to use the ATM because it'll charge me a fee. And he's like, well, here's $5. Go. Like, it's okay. Like, no big deal. And then he nominated me for secretary, and I stayed secretary.
That's what happens when you go to any libertarian convention. You get to leave with the position. All right. So, but you as a new very first convention, you're just mostly like you're like how I was like 5 years ago, where you're just like all about the state and you don't really talk to anybody outside.
Yeah, I don't talk to, like, I'm friends with a bunch of people outside on Facebook and stuff like that, so I see people posting, but I don't really talk to people like how you've gotten.
So you are like an actual live action organic libertarian voter. You're not in any caucus or group or outside organization or anything. You're just going there and you're hearing what people have to say at the mic and you're voting your conscience. Do you feel like you had enough time to get to know these candidates for any officer positions or at large or anything?
Yeah. We had to keep asking, you know, because like it's been mentioned a couple of times, there was like materials being passed out saying so and so sucks, or like there was that at one point list of people that it said don't vote for any of these people. These people are cool. Vote for these people. Like who do you believe? So I kept checking with people at our table and stuff like that, and then also there were some like people that were Mises near us, and so if they were cheering for somebody, probably not cool. But we didn't get a ton of time to really get to know these people.
No,
it's hard to tell, especially with the speeches. Like I don't know. I just think if I was trying to take over a political party and get myself in office, of course I'm going to go say, that's how you politic people. You get up on stage and you say everything that everybody wants to hear. So like, who really are you?
Yeah, that's why I wanted extended Q&A, because they pretty much always, every convention I've been to, they narrow down the speaking time of all the candidates down to like 1 minute, or it starts at 2, then they go down to 1. Like on the actual agenda, it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you don't actually hear, you just hear the summarized, just political, I'm so awesome speech, and it's not actual, there's no grit or anything, like no depth to it at all. You don't actually hear like the different personalities. It's because it's always kind of just the same generic from everyone.
I will admit that when I went on stage to do my thing for my JC run, I wanted to keep it short, sweet, to the point, and I also knew that time, didn't want to waste too much time, so I wanted to just get to the point and get off stage.
Well, they only give you a few minutes, so you have to do that, really.
Like, how long did they give to JC? It wasn't long. Like 1 minute?
Like a minute.
It was like 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had no time at all. No time at all.
So it's not. It's not your fault. Like you have to give like your summarized quick pitch. You know, like like that's the position they put you in, really. Like if they don't give you the 5 minutes.
Yeah, because like Mark He's a good
Could you
kid.
imagine?
Oh,
Could you imagine if I had to give a minute speech on running for Secretary of State? That would be
no.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
but
were
that's
you
like
saying
where
about Mark King?
well,
Dan?
it's really when Mark King was up there, he only had 30 seconds. He's a good
Uh
kid.
huh.
He's on our JC. He has fought hard against this whole thing since the Andrew Chatterton takeover. But he wasn't able to say that. He did say, he's from Michigan. And then, you have your caucuses. So you had your Mises caucus saying, no, don't vote for these people. Then you had classical liberals saying, don't vote for these people. And then you had the Alliance, who's not a caucus, saying the same thing. And they sat there like, I'll just say it was Justin O'Donnell came over and he showed it to Jamie, and Jamie goes, look at this bullshit. Because Jamie's also pissed at the freaking Alliance. And she's like, look at this bullshit. And right there it said in black and white, don't vote for these people because they're MC, and there was Mark Sting. So, and then of course, Kyle lies. So Kyle has lied over and over and over. Well, first we didn't know he was from Michigan. Then we thought he was JC, then or MC. Then, oh no, we never had that there. And it's like, no, it was there. We saw it. Mark saw it. It's like here, so it's like you have people fighting against your candidate, and they don't have time to talk for themselves, and it's just like nobody knows what's going on. They're lying. It's all bullshit. So I like the organic voter like Ashley. I'm an organic voter. I don't care about your damn list. I'm voting who, how, and why I'm going to vote, and it's why we're libertarians. We gripe about the uninformed voter that just votes R&D and straight ticket, But here we go,
Tamara also was a straight-laced organic voter coming into this without any like caucus strings attached to her. What did you think of the convention experience, Tamara, as far as making like the best choice, making the best votes as far as it comes to selecting an LNC? Do you think it's friendly for organic voters, or did you find it frustrating at times?
Well, I found it frustrating alone because I wasn't getting enough information and I had to vote on what I heard, and that was it. So I didn't really get to hear more in depth things about each of them. So my voting was based on the little bit that I could hear, like from the candidates.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that makes it harder for somebody to organically vote if you can't get all the information. But I did the best I could with what I got. And I know it wasn't agreeable with some other people, but I had limited knowledge
Mm-hmm.
with all that short speeches and short questions. But I knew the first two I wasn't going to vote for right away. And that was Kaufman and the other guy who was wearing, what did you call it, a freedom shirt? Those two. Yeah, they were probably MPH. I mean, LPNH.
I do have to say something about the JC thing. This little part of me had this desire. It really had this desire. Think this through. Kaufman, Chatterton, Mark King, who hates both of them, Karen Ann Harlos. I mean, we talked a little bit about show JC, like putting all of them in the same room together. The evil part of me was like, that would be the best. So I was like, so I was joking. I was like, oh, Kaufman, Chatterton, Karen Ann.
It should just have a WWE match with them.
Exactly.
Libertarian WWE match.
Every JC hearing, they're not even
SmackDown.
Every JC hearing, they're not even hearing the JC appeal. They're like bitching at each other.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the dysfunctional JC. I did not vote that way, but I had this urge, man.
I would love to see somebody from South Dakota on that board.
We got common sense, and we just naturally all have common sense.
Yeah, I could see myself doing that in the future, like after I finish school, when I've got the bandwidth and the money to be able to like travel for meetings and do that sort of thing. I just have so much going on in my life, and it sucks because like we just have this core group of people, and we're all like tired or in the middle of something else. But
Yeah.
give me a couple of years, and I'll kick my butt back into gear and start doing some more stuff. And this was really fun, like way to kind of like lead into my backing off a little bit in August because I'll be focused on school.
So here's the deal. If you guys send a candidate, I might at least go as like a boat whipper for you guys.
Yes.
I'll be bringing actual whips though if I run.
Hey, we already had that with
actual whips and floggers and signs, and we just walk around like smacking the sign at people.
It'll
That's what we should bring. That's what we should
like,
bring
what are you
for
doing? I'm whipping you.
next convention. Next convention, we should bring those.
I thought you meant like you're gonna do whippets before.
Oh
God, you're so funny.
I got confused.
I'm just walking around with a sign and a can of whipped cream.
Oh, God, you're right. Around with a mask on, like they did in what was it, Blue Velvet? Mommy, 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 mommy. Sorry, I watch a lot of movies. But
what about you, Nolan? What did you think about the LNC? How many conventions have you been to? Is this are you like a veteran or are you new to like these guys?
This one would be my third.
Okay, so you're a veteran, I'd say.
Because I was virtual for 2020, but I only participated in the nominating Joe Jorgensen and everything else, because the other half I wasn't able to participate because I was going through some serious mental health problems at the time. Then 2024 in DC was my second one, and this was my third one. And I'm right now. I mean, I'm happy for the change in leadership. But I know it's honestly it's still a little too early for me to make a full decision on it. I will have to say that. As for JC, I congratulated both Avens and Ken, and I told them like, whatever y'all decide for the vacancies, I will support you. The biggest shock to me was that when they released the list, you had not one but two people from Texas on that. On there, Pat Dixon, who's currently running for governor, and Jeffrey Neal, and that was the biggest shock to me. I was like, not one but two people, and I'm like, and honestly, I can't argue with that because I know both of them pretty well. So I'm supportive. I got a good more support leaning on the JC for sure. I know that there was a few people that were like, I'm hoping you get picked, and I'm like, to be honest, I'm hoping I don't, because at this point I kind of already accepted my decision to focus mostly on my duties as LP Texas secretary. And though I did recently sign up for some positions for the national committees, but who knows?
Yeah.
How did you guys like the way that went down? Because it's been done that way before, but I was really wanting a second round of voting, like pick a few more.
Yeah, I believe the chair was wrong when he said that we can't do a second ballot. I had to look into like the fine print harder, but I believe he had to have been mistaken. That doesn't make any sense. Like, we always go to a second ballot and we keep voting for people until we got the people. Like, that's
Right.
what we're here for. We're not here for like a one and done.
Yeah.
I like how the criteria that they picked before selecting the people and appointing them, but I don't honestly think they had the right to appoint anybody. I think we botched the judicial committee elections, and we just don't have a judicial committee this term. It's happened before. It happened in 2018. But then again, you know, I don't really care, honestly. So it's like, cool. I think I like everybody they picked, so it's like, whatever, I guess. If you're about the precedent, you want to talk about precedents, it's not a good precedent to set.
No.
It's really bad because, like, what if, like, obviously, like, what if in 5 years or 6 years, whatever, the libertarian nationalists get somehow block vote their way to the top two positions on the JC? We're gonna let them pick too. Like, they're not gonna have from criteria. They're not gonna have good criteria. Their criteria is gonna be loyalty. So I feel like, I mean, the LNC also set a precedent. Someone made this point. I'm gonna copy their point. It was a good point. There's also a precedent of the LNC doing joint fundraiser committees now. So, like, are we gonna fall back on that precedent in the future? I hope not.
Not only is there that precedent from them, but the JC upheld it.
Yeah. So let's. I mean, like, whatever. We went without a JC for 2 years before. It kind of was awkward. I mean, if that's what has to happen again, so be it. Or if these people stay on as the new JC, whatever, I guess. I'm going to fight it if it happens again, though. And I'm going to remember this happening. And I'm going to be like, hey, wait a minute. I might go up to that mic. Like, point of order, Mr. Chair. We're going to do a second round of voting. And that is that.
Yeah. I thought about it too, but it just went by so quick. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I mean, somebody could have gone up after the fact and said, hey, wait, we need to revisit this.
At least until
because, like you said, worst case scenario, just like you just said, could you imagine if Kaufman and Chatterton had the votes and they would be DC?
Yeah. That would be a nightmare. Let's try to prevent nightmares and let's keep the dream going and keep the nightmare at bay.
So, Devin, I want to give a shout out to someone.
Shout out
time to Kel, who was a couple tables in front of us. He was the bigger gentleman on the end. Cal, thanks for finding my property and sending it back. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Cal. So you lost it at our table?
I don't know where I lost that piece of property.
Out of nowhere.
You remember? Yeah, I don't know where it disappeared, but
Ken found it.
Huh?
Yeah, what state's he from?
Oh, San Antonio. Shout out to San Antonio, Texas.
So it's Texas.
Texas! See, Texas are honest people too. Like, I don't want to be, I don't know what the right word is, a statist or whatever, but certain states are better than other states. I don't know what to tell you. Like, people are, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just going to go out and say it. I don't like Illinois.
Okay, you know what? Listen to me. I was so pissed off at Illinois, okay? Because it's pronounced Illinois, not Illinois. And you're coming from Illinois? Come on, guys.
It's a transplant. I bet you $1 million that was like a Mises transplant, Illinois.
God.
I just don't like driving through Illinois. Everybody's not rude. They don't let you in. They're mean.
No, because you gotta know how to drive
through on the tri-state tollway. Stay that away from that damn thing.
Oh shit! I gotta pay.
I go down into Indiana and across if I'm headed that way. I don't even with that.
Usually, when I go in, I take Milwaukee in to 41 because then you don't pay any tolls whatsoever.
Nice.
But yeah, like don't don't judge Michigan from like what you see from Michigan downstate. Judge Michigan from up north. Like we had the flood. People are posting people's kayaks. Found this kayak going past my house. Found this dock. Here's a whole dock. We saved your dock, tied it to the tree. You know what I mean?
Oh my God,
We
that's
are
funny.
the
People are
same
forever
way.
like, I found this wallet at Walmart. If you can claim it, it's yours on the rant and rave pages and shit. I mean, you know.
We're the same way here. It's just like, don't judge us by the West River, South Dakotans, please.
If you're judging Michigan, don't judge from here down. Like all these people are great.
Don't judge us
All-
by the West River. There's one West River person in here.
Not to call anybody out by name, but West River, South Dakota got issues. Just kidding. It's actually Watertown. Watertown drags down everybody on
Watertown.
the east side.
I'll back
Watertown.
Anyhow, that's inside baseball. That's inside baseball. We can't go in depth here. Okay. Any other final thoughts on the convention?
Well, if you want me there the next time, I will do my
Next one's in
best.
Texas. Texas
but
next time.
I'll be, Secretary of State, so we'll have to see. You'll have to beg me to come. No, I'm just kidding.
I hope next time, I'll say this is my final thing. I hope, from what I experienced with the regional stuff, which is pretty demoralizing to me, on like how the small states got treated, kind of like pushed around like little farm animals under their like little pens. I hope the South Dakota North Dakota alliance gets as strong as and we go in there with twice as many delegates. And I hope people come begging to us like they did to Michigan. I want multiple people coming to beg to us. But then again, we're already in the region, and I don't know, it's looking kind of tight. They named it the Badlands region, which is pretty. That's a plus. That's a win for South Dakota.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to make sense, okay? They honored us.
They honored us.
All right, that was sweet. I'll give that a point. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would be cool to have some more respect going in there next in Reno.
Yeah.
Not Reno. Where is it going to be? El Paso?
Yeah, it's going to be.
El Paso.
I'm just glad at this point I don't have to fly in. I can drive, but it's still going to be a pretty long drive though.
Oh yeah.
Where are you at in Texas?
I live in the San Antonio area.
Oh, right
on. Oh yay, San Antonio.
Yeah, I grew up in Texas. We lived in San Antonio for quite a bit of time. Over by I went to Kirby Junior High and the Wood Lake area. Converse was the high school I would have gone to.
Mm-hmm.
Bear County.
I know those places too well.
It's a.
I lived there from like I think I was 8 years old till about 15 years old. We lived in the San Antonio area. But yeah, El Paso's not a bad place. You head over, you can go to the Las Cruces Mountains. They're beautiful. Ciudad Juarez, go get yourself some antibiotics and some vanilla, go over for like the day before you leave. Am I going to be in El Paso in February? No, I'm going to be up here in a blizzard, happy, pretending that I would probably be watching on C-SPAN just to make fun of you people. Even though I'm quitting, I'm still going to sit here and make fun of the party and give you guys attaboys when you do something right.
All right. Well,
I
think Tamara should lead us out and talk about South Dakota not being a dinosaur.
South Dakota is not a dinosaur. As a matter of fact, I bet you we did better in the 2022 percentage-wise than any other state, really. So
I looked it up. I think we're top 5. I got to relook.
Okay.
All-time statewide race. I think we're top 5. So
I'm
proud of that.
How you guys?
I'm proud of that. I brag about that quite often.
So we're like we're not dead or extinct.
Stop losing the little people for their
yes.
percentages.
Stop treating us like cattle.
Yeah,
we're free human beings. All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're out. We'll be back with another episode at some point. And
All
When we feel
right.
like
see,
it.
all I gotta say, don't this up, New LNC. Don't create a Mises comeback in 2 years. Just do your jobs right and don't around. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Just do a good job.
And,
Good job.
and stop with my campaign.
And for the love of God, remove Austin and mute him. Don't make me deal with this anymore.
That I have to agree with.
Put Austin in check and take away his ukulele.
We need to put Austin and Chatterton in the Gulag and keep them there.
No, I'm in the Gulag. I don't want to be hanging out with them.
Yeah. If they're going to the Gulag, they're staying on the other side. Or they're staying in solitary, away from everybody else.
The real Gulag, not the Gulag.
See, my dream for this coming up Sunday, because I won't be able to watch the LNC meeting because we're going to be having our own marathon meeting. My hope is that Tim will mute Chatterton and remove him from the meeting when we inevitably do the vote to remove him from the meeting because he's got lots of things he wants to do. And then the same thing happens in the LNC. And it just happens at the same time. That would be magical. It'd be magical.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is my dream for this coming Sunday.
I love
Wait,
watching
let's
magic.
do it like, what's his name, from, oh, I forgot his name, the guy from The Simpsons, is it?
Oh.
The one who does the
Yeah.
fingers?
Oh, the what's his name? What else bad can we say about Devin while we're being recorded?
She's probably doing the Nazi salute.
Oh, God, no.
Yes.
Kill me if I do that.
And this is why we don't go live. I guess you're not allowed to die until after you get back to South Dakota and have your Secretary of State birth.
It'll be like the Avril Lavigne, you know, unless you get replaced by a stunt double. We'll just find like a look-alike and then just keep going with it.